Many of you feel that you are free from karmic bondage. It is like heavy lifted off your shoulders. You're free. You notice this contrast because deep inside you remember you felt heaviness of karma a long time ago. Well, let's say in previous lifetime. And in this lifetime, as soon as you completed it and you got off the cycle, you feel the freedom. All the weight came off, which means you are moving forward. So what happens after death? It is death to this plane. It is not a forever death. In the Bible, it talks about two types. This type between incarnations. This one, a soul is living. It can always come back or incarnate somewhere else. It doesn't have to be on the earth. There will also be a decision for symbolically a second type of death, and you may read this also in the book of Enoch. Now remember, a lot of those are symbolism, and it is up to you how you interpret it. Nobody can tell you this is correct or this is not correct, this is true, this is not true, this will indeed happen in this way or not this way, because there will be variety. And it is not up to us to judge. We'll let those whose job is to judge. You can read whom this authority belongs. That would usually be the ones who've done this before. They are way, way above the fifth dimensional state of consciousness, so they will know exactly what to do. Your job is to make sure you make a decision where you want to go. For example, many will be choosing New Earth. This is the plane where only like-minded people who honor God, who would like to expand, who would like to contribute to society, who would like to grow and be comfortable and safe, being vulnerable, being genuine and open with like-minded people. Because sometimes it is hard to discuss certain topics when you are going deeper and deeper, when you're growing at a very fast pace. It becomes difficult to share something with others. Well, this is what the fifth dimensional New Earth is. Those who have ability to access these depths will be welcomed. People could change. This is why we are evolving. Throughout this time, you may begin feeling lighter, maybe younger, stronger, is because it is easier to manifest, it is easier to be healthy in a healthy environment. This is what the fifth dimensional New Earth is. Now, whether it would be rebuilding it, or maybe for those who are going to incarnate, is going to be ready. That's not the point. The point is whether you're gonna take your body with you or not, you will still meet those who you consider as died. Not all, but many will be reuniting with you. See, in ancient cultures, they were aware of reincarnation and they did not mourn. But there has been so much omitting, hiding of the real that centuries and thousands of years later, humankind is living a very different life, has a much more limited understanding of what life is. Imagine being on the level of comprehending the free will concept. In the times of Atlantis, Lemuria, and other civilizations, they knew what that meant, and they lived, some according and some not. And in the same way, the civilizations reached completion. Some were able to move on, and many had to come back to do this again and again, but through forgetting. Forgetting a lot. Telepathy, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, manifestation, communication with nature, elements, physical, non-physical, and so on. This is due to, perhaps, polarities on this plane, and each is going to push its own. It's polarity. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna have to make a decision. You cannot be in between, because you got two, light and not light. What do you want? What do you wish? And you are given instructions. Every culture has its own holy scriptures. Yes, they have been multiple times translated, retranslated, some words perhaps omitted, some changed, but remember, you're reading by looking at the words with your physical eyes. Perception is going to be given with a third eye. The heart is what's connected to God. And at the right time, at the right place, physical, dimensional, consciousness-wise, you will be revealed, given, opened that which you need to know at a particular point in time of your spiritual evolution. Ascension is gradual, so I prefer to call it evolution, because a lot of times people think that ascension and enlightenment is a final stop. No, it's not. It is gradual. So I prefer to use another word for it. This way you know it is a continuous thing. You cannot stop learning, because cosmos is ever evolving. It's expanding. That's what means infinite, limitless. And according to everybody's decisions, actions, outcomes may change. That's why when people predict and it doesn't come true, or let's say vaguely come true, is because they don't understand the concept of interdimensional timing, free will. For decades now, every time things that have been predicted, people tend to sit and wait for things to happen. People don't realize that they are the ones to make it happen. So if humanity sits and waits, it might take even longer. The problem is, if it takes longer, is it going to be pleasant period of time until the ultimate outcome? We don't know. Do you know if it's going to be pleasant? Has it been pleasant within the past, let's say, 5 years, 10 years, to live in this dual state? At the same time, you are evolving spiritually. So there you go, this contrast. 1 foot here, 1 foot there. The heart looks towards God, but in the physical reality, you still have to deal with all of this. It is because we can't just sit and wait. The Lightworker is a being who works with light. First is, that doesn't mean that they can generate light from within them. Not everybody has that. Those of you who can generate light from within you, who have strong connection to source, please shine your light. You are the grid keepers, the ones that can help the planet have a peaceful and as smooth as possible transition. We cannot stop the shift, just like you cannot stop her from evolving, from ascending. How would you feel if somebody stops you from ascending? Well, the same thing with her. We can't stop her. But since we're on her, we have a choice. Do we want to go with her or not, or what? Right? You always have this choice. It's called free will. But no matter what, as a soul, you are living. Now that second death that is described in the Bible, maybe for now, if it hasn't been revealed to you what this means, perhaps you don't need to know. But these transitional deaths, so to speak, remember that this is not a final or forever, because everybody is able to continue. This is why when we speak in our quantum energy healing sessions, and when you ask if it's possible to connect to your loved one, every now and then they do come through and they have a message for you and for your family. This has happened, and this is proof for you that they're still alive. They're just not in the body, in the sense of third dimensional body in this plane, but they're in another type of existence, living as a consciousness, as a being, just like you. And you have those aspects in your dream state, in your meditation. When you go on astral travel, in your dreams, when you're going somewhere, you're not in your physical body. At times you don't even remember what your physical body looks like. But you are alive, right? So they're alive as well. I hope this gives you hope and understanding that it's not the end. God loves. God lives. God shares life. It is celebration to have more and more of children. That's what divine masculine, feminine coming together does. Produces life. Everyone is invited. It's just there's going to come a time where the children of the Most High will get a peaceful time when they will be protected from those who like to bully. And you felt perhaps in your life what it feels like to be bullied. In this plane, there's plenty of this duality, right? Imagine living in a plane where it is Christed consciousness. So it's going to be much easier. Much, much easier. As well as manifestation will be easier. But it is not going to be similar life to this in the sense of working to sustain body. It is going to be working to help evolve as humankind, but now it's going to be lighter humankind, and your gifts, your talents are what your job will be. And think of your gifts. What would you contribute? Maybe you're a builder, maybe you're a cook, maybe you're a teacher. Are you great at gardening, farming? There is going to be plenty of positions needed, available. It is going to be based on trust and honesty. And then later, when the time is right, when they are ready, those who transitioned prior to that are going to be coming in. This is going to be a reunion with your family members. And this is when you will realize that nobody dies. These are just events in a soul's many lives. Maybe on earth, maybe not on earth. It continues living, existing. Soul's job is to make sure that every lifetime is productive, so it can continue growing because God is a God of the living life. I hope by now you understand the vastness of creation, the importance of your being in general, as well as importance of your being here. This is why you are honored, loved, and so looked up to by these non-physical beings such as angels and others, because they know it is not easy to be and live so many lives through so many obstacles and challenges, and good times too, in a dual environment, polarity. So congratulate yourself. Tell yourself every day that you honor you. And I appreciate you. Thank you.